What's up, guys? My name is Adrienne and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be me going through the 14 books I've read in May with a yes, I would recommend you reading this, maybe I would recommend you reading this, or no, just skip it, it's okay. You won't miss much if you don't read it. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first book that I read for the month of May is The Hermit by Michelle Hurd. This is the first book in her Mafia Empire series. And this would be a yes. This is a mafia romance, forced proximity, arranged marriage. He is a hermit. He likes no one in his personal space but her. She is a firecracker. She gives as good as she gets. I absolutely had a great time with this book and gave it 5 stars. So the second book that I read was High Priestess by Michelle Hurd. This is the second book in this series. And I would say maybe. This one's a little different because you do have the FMC who is the head of the Greek mafia, and she has to figure out basically who killed her whole entire family. And also, while she is trying to do that, she now has obtained a new bodyguard, which the hero of this story is actually friends of another mafia Don, and he basically sees her and he's like, I have to save her. Now he has some baggage from things that have happened in his past, and he becomes overly obsessed with her. He will not leave her side. If someone's trying to kill her, he's trying to kill them. So I don't know, for some reason, to me personally, their romance did not work. But again, it could totally be a me thing. If you want to read something where the female is over the mafia, then check it out. If not, I would skip it. I can't wait for the third book, which is Death, that comes out the end of June. The book that I read is When He Desires by Gabrielle Sands. This one's a maybe. This is a duet, so it ends on a cliffhanger. You have secret identity, small town. Mafia hero is escaping his mafia life. He ends up in the small town. His next door neighbor is a feisty FMC who basically wants nothing to do with the town and just wants to get out. He sees her, he's obsessed, and their love story unfolds from there. It is hidden identity. She has no idea who he is, and it goes from there. I don't know. I am very tempted to go into the second book because I hear that the second book is definitely more high stakes. It's definitely more mafia romance. I am learning that small town and mafia, even though it is a unique combination, I have yet to read one that I'm really like, oh my God, I love this. Bring it on. I have to read it. I haven't found one yet. If you have one, if you know of a small town mafia romance that does not fall flat, put it in the comments for me. Up next, I finally got around to reading The Predator by Rue Nix, and this is a yes. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know where I've been under a rock. People have always said, Adrienne, you love mafia romance. Why haven't you read this? I don't know. I don't know what was happening, but I absolutely love this story. If you are looking for a slow burn, true enemies to lover, feisty FMC, rival families, he likes no one. Like, he shows no emotion. But when she comes on the scene, all of that changes. Definitely check this one out. This does end on a cliffhanger, and I do need to pick up book 2 immediately, but I love this book, 5 stars. Definitely check this one out. So the next book that I read was Stolen by a Sinner by Michelle Hurd. This is the third book in the Sinners series. This is basically an astounding yes. I gave it 5 stars. It is a Cinderella retelling, and that's all I'm gonna say. If you like Cinderella retellings but make it mafia, go for it. I love this book. I loved all the side characters in this book. I love the FMC. I love the hero. It was touch her and you die. It was very much, she had been so abused and treated so horribly. And in the beginning, he is mean to her and he does treat her some kind of way because he's trying to figure out, is she a spy? But once he realizes no, the FMC in this just tugged on my heartstrings. I absolutely loved her. I loved the relationship that the hero and the heroine had. Chef's kiss. This may be my favorite in the Sinners series. I think it is. This is definitely a yes. The next book I read was Chosen by a Sinner by Michelle Hurd. This is the 4th book in the Sinners series. And one was a marriage in Vegas. Boy has been secretly obsessed. Girl has been secretly obsessed, but they never told each other's brother's best friend I don't know. In the beginning I was really liking it, and then I felt like it felt kind of flat. And one thing I will say, and this could be a me thing again, because I had read so many Michelle Hurd, by the time I got to this one, I was like, okay, is something going to be different? And it wasn't. For some reason, I just didn't believe the love story of these two. And I feel like the way that they were both obsessed for each other and had been pining for each other for all these years, a simple conversation could have been had. Like, a simple conversation could have been had, and we could have been happily ever after a long time ago. So again, it could have been a me thing because I had read so much Michelle Hurd back to back to back. If you are wanting a Marriage in Vegas, boy obsessed, girl obsessed, they don't communicate their obsession, they kind of turn it into I hate you, you hate me, but really I don't, and I will do anything to keep you, then check this one out. Finally was like, okay, let's give the Michelle Hurd a break, let's give Mafia a break, and let's go to Rena Kent, because somehow I never finished Kingdom Duet. So I've read the second book, which is Reign of a Queen. This is an absolute yes. If you don't take any of my suggestions for the other 14 books, pick up this duet. If you like a age gap, billionaire, I hate everyone except her, deceased wife's sister, the FMC has a very unique and troubled past. You have a little bit of hidden identity. Jonathan is just chef's kiss. Jonathan is book boyfriend material. He doesn't like anyone. He does not. He is all about power, manipulation, and money. But when he reunites with her, all of that changes. And I loved seeing Jonathan change and become more open and become less hard. It gave me all the feels. It was a 5 stars. Definitely check this duet out. Then, since I was in the mood to continue finishing series and duets, I finally read Brutal Vows by J.T. Geisinger. This is the last book in the Queens and Monsters series. And this one, I'm gonna say maybe. Hear me out. Every other book in this series I gave 5 stars. For some reason, this one, I was personally never that interested in Spider's story. Rhea stole the show for me. She's one of my favorite FMCs. She was just the strongest FMC, super smart, could hold her own. She should be running the Mafia. Loved her to pieces. Rhea and Spider, I didn't care. I don't know, and it pains me to say that, so I'm gonna say maybe. Definitely though, check out this series. It's one of my favorite Mafia series. If you like Mafia romance, or if you want to dip your toes in Mafia romance, check out Queens and Monsters series by J.T. Geisinger, but this one was just a maybe for me. Then after that, I decided, Freida McFadden had a new book out, so of course I had to read it within the first 24 hours, and I read The Tenant, and this is a yes. I enjoyed this. It was like the Freida that I know and love is back, because the last couple of books I've kind of been like, they would have been no's and maybes. But this one is yes. I enjoyed. I like to go into Freida McFadden books blind. So what I will say is this is about a guy who is down on his luck, and he's down on his luck because you can clearly tell that someone is sabotaging him. And for finance reasons, he ends up taking in a tenant. And then it unfolds from there. Part 2, of course, the twist I didn't see coming, but I thoroughly enjoyed them. So if you are looking for a Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, Tenant from Hell, Everything Is Not As It Seems, Poor Blake, check this out. The next book that I read was His Juliet by Emilia Rossi. This was one of my most anticipated reads for 2025, and this is a yes. This is the second book in the Empire of Royals series, and it did not live up to His Tesoro for me, but it was definitely a 4-star. I thoroughly enjoyed this. The FMC works at a bookstore. The hero basically is running from someone, and he runs into her bookstore one night, and he's stuck there for a few hours, and they start chatting. One thing I will say that I love about this author is the mental health representation and the chronic illness awareness that she puts throughout this series. I absolutely enjoyed the twist because I didn't see it coming. I definitely think you should check this out. The book that I read was Be With Me by Gabrielle Sands. This was another most anticipated read for 2025, and it did not disappoint. This is definitely a yes. This is a Romeo and Juliet retelling. So you have the hero who is part of a mafia family. The FMC is the governor's daughter. So basically her dad is running to be governor, and he's running on the platform that he hates the mafia. He wants to bring them all down, and he wants to bring down the hero's family. And the hero is like, I don't know why. He doesn't like anyone. He doesn't have feelings. So he thinks, okay, I'm going to get close to the daughter and see if I can get information from her. And it unfolds from there. I loved how he was hardened by life's circumstances with certain things that had happened to him. But the more he was around her, the more he spent time with her, the more he wanted to be with her. I love to see how his character evolved and changed. And they just, their dynamics was absolutely, their relationship was absolutely everything. I enjoyed every aspect of this book. This is another one, if you don't listen to anything that I have recommended, this one, listen to this one. Listen to me on this one. You will have a great time. So the next book that I read was Nash by Kelly Finley. This is a new to me author, and this is a yes, but hear me out. Please note, if I've never said this, I rate books on vibes. If there's a plot hole, but I'm loving the book, 4 stars, 5 stars. If there's something that happens that I'm not a huge fan of, but the rest of the book had me giddy and kicking my feet up, 5 stars. I rate on vibes. So with me saying that, this is a yes. This one is mafia adjacent because this is a group of guys who they separated from the mafia, and it's all hidden identity, and it's also secret society. And this one is best friend's father, age gap. She doesn't know that he's part of the mafia. She has been secretly attracted to him since she was like 18. He's been secretly attracted to her since the beginning of time. It's not in an icky way either. But you have to go into this with an open mind. It is secret society. There may be a scene or two of sharing is caring, but not in the full sense of sharing, if you get what I'm saying. This was just a good time. I enjoyed it, and I think the thing that I really enjoyed about this was it's very unique in the plot points. So yes, you have the mafia, you have the secret society, you have hidden identities, but then upon that there's layers of different hierarchies, and there's first wives and second wives, but not together. I know I'm throwing a lot at you, but if you want a unique secret society mafia romance, you're gonna have a lot of banter, feisty female, a little bit of sharing is caring. Check this whole series out. This is the first book that is out, and the second book is Axel, and I believe it comes out the end of June. Woo! Final book that I read for the month of May is another new to me author that I will be meeting at a book signing in July. Is Jay Wilder, and the name of the book is A Tempting Arrangement. Yes, this is a billionaire, secret society, mafia adjacent romance. Is it over the top? Yes. Everything this man does is over the top. There is secret stalking. There is touch her and you. This is very much my wife. My wife this, my wife that, and the FMC is here for it. She pretends like she's not in the beginning, but then she's secretly like, oh my gosh, that's kind of hot. He owns the hockey team. He has brothers who will like do whatever it takes to keep her safe. I had the best time, but I will say this is over the top. If you do not like over the top heroes, this may not be for you. So proceed with caution. I had a great time. I would recommend it if you need like a fun over the top, if you need like a fun over the top billionaire, boy down bad, will do anything for his girl, even if she knows it or not. secret pining until he's like, I saw you, I wanted you, I had you. Yeah, if you're looking for that, I say read this. I'm enjoying this series. I do plan on picking up the second book in the series for the month of June. Those are the 14 books that I read for the month of May. May was a good reading month, and the fact that I read 14 books and I felt slumpy all month, I'm very proud of myself. And I'm also liking that as I was feeling slumpish, I didn't just stop. I just went to different books. I read a bunch of new to me authors. I had a good time. I can't complain about May. I hope June is just as good. I'm gonna try to diversify and maybe not read so many mafias, but I say that each month, and then I come to you guys and I'm like, yeah, I read 12 mafia romances. But I digress. If you've made it to the end of this video and you want to let me know, leave me a black heart emoji. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.